Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. And when I say everyone, I mean everywhere, all throughout all the universes, to all the beings, everywhere, to Simeon, to our friends. I say welcome, as I know you are welcoming me into the outer reaches of the universe. It's an honor to be here and to feel everyone at this moment as I come before you to speak. These words I'll start with. Without those who help us remember what we already know, we would be locked in the grip of the fear of death. Without a key to open its door into the eternal being that we are the fortunate ones. We are the ones who must assist those to their own remembering. Each remembering is the birthing of a new star. It has come from a dormant state to being born anew, remembering its magnificence. Now new life can come to life on the awakened star, and like Earth herself, you will become a refuge for all humanity to rest and grow upon, full of incredible beauty and love for all life that has chosen to be with you. And the celebrations from all the beings in the outer reaches of the universe and beyond are being heard throughout every world and realm. For unto us a star is born, unto us a star is given, and the government shall rest upon its shoulders, and its name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Each remembering a star is born, because that's who we are, a shining star. And we are the fortunate ones because we have not been taught, we have not learned, but we have been assisted in remembering who we are. And many have benefited from the wisdom of the ones who have come to help us remember. Words like magic and miracles, words like on top of the wave, words like the industry of magic and miracles are foundational pillars to a house that will stand forever, that can never be toppled over by wind or rain or storm. It is a house built on the reality of who each of us are. And is the perfect life, perfect health, and magic future is being delivered. And as the beings gather en masse to deliver it, and we stand on the precipice, leading the way with an army of love alongside of us, behind us, in front of us. We are, as it was spoken of in the Bible, now fishers of men. We are those who throw out our net and assist, because we are the ones that can take people to their creator. We are the ones that can take someone's hand and lead them to the perfect life, perfect health, and magic future. And many have received their foundational bricks to their house in a different manner. But this is how we have received it. And this is how we have remembered. And it is perfect for us, so that we can come and do and be who we came to do and be. And of course, the house has many rooms and it's constantly being added on to. So there's always more. But there's a foundation, elevated platform of living. There's a foundation. And I venture to say, many of us who are hearing these words have had to come to the remembrance that may have been 30 years in the making, or 10 years, or 50 years. But we're here. And along that journey, you had to find out that fear was a constant companion. And that's what we encounter with most of humanity as you step out into the world. I think about the child, and as people get older, they begin to fear death in all its forms, in all its mystery, and their life reflects that. Whatever is causing their body difficulty is leading to death. And to have surpassed that and transmit something so much freer, so much more true for who each of us is what we came to do, to break through all the barriers that people suffer so they might remember, and the foundational pillars start to be formed in their house. We have all we need. And when we need more, we get more, and we give it away. And we get more, and we give it away again. Because we have infinite rooms in our house. And just our presence and our essence and that life that now is real in you is transmitted everywhere you go. It's transmitted in the way you walk, in the way you talk, not even in the words you say, in the way you stand, in the way you smile, in the light in your eyes, in the sound of your laugh, a laugh that says, I'm eternal. And it's felt. And people are healed without even understanding how they were healed. But they begin to lose the fear that has so easily beseeched us. What we're able to do is so beyond words. And we're beginning to know how we change the world, how we change lives, how we change universes. It's difficult to imagine in this physical form. But one day I moved a hurricane. And that's what we all can do. And we do. Sometimes consciously, most times unconsciously. We are so powerful. And now we know we can go straight to the miracle as we lead from the future. The movie Back to the Future. They went into the future and then they came back. with the vision or with the reality that existed in the future. So when your body is hurting or something suffering, go to the future and see yourself. If you're 50, see yourself at 15 and bring him or her back, and you'll be 15. We go to the future where everything we need exists, and we bring it back for each person as they need it. As this becomes more and more familiar to you and you experience more and more of it, you will live it consciously. It'll be the first thing you do. And you'll see how powerful you are. You'll run to the future and change it all. Until you're actually experiencing your perfect life, perfect health, and magic future. It is a marvel. How can we possibly fathom what we do every second of every day with the gifts, abilities, and magic that we are? What we do that goes unseen is far beyond what we do that is seen. We are an absolute marvel. And it is getting harder and harder to ignore the tremendous magnificence of each and every one of us. Look at yourself through the image of an X-ray machine or an MRI, and you will see all the many individual layers of tissues, as well as the bone, all the way down to the marrow. But there's no machine that can see the many-fold, multidimensional layers of the energy, essence, and spirit that gives breath and life to this body. We can't possibly imagine how much we are doing at any given moment, in any given dimension, at any given time. We are extraordinary. And in one random moment that we can never see coming, we can feel how vast and extraordinary we are. I am speaking of a feeling and the knowing that is pushing its way further and further into the front of our awareness, something that we cannot explain, but that is so powerful that it is causing an explosion of light within our hearts. It is home. In the end, we are experiencing home, the birthplace of creation, and our growing and expanded conscious awareness of our part and place in this eternal and never-ending home. And so we drift into the flow as we settle in the amniotic fluid of the universe. Now you can feel the grandness of your being, the vibration of your essence, and the eternal nature of your spirit. And as the music plays, we try and grasp the magnitude of this indescribable life that we are living. Magic, miracles, healing, speaking to entities, knowing the answers before the questions are asked, traveling to the outer reaches of the universe in your spaceship, and so much more. All these things and more are pouring into our awareness, pouring into our remembrance. We are going forward to the beginningless beginning where we know that we are the all. We have done this many times before, but it is always new, always a higher level of our magnificence coming to show itself to humanity so that the consciousness of all life will expand exponentially. I do not yet have the words for the feeling that I am trying to express. How do you describe the exact moment of the revealing of all that you are and the all of this life that we are living? How do you describe an indescribable joy that is bursting from within your heart? And how do you describe the freedom that comes from the knowing that all that is coming to you is and has always been true? A crescendo of color and sound exploding into and out from every part of your being, and it is growing, and it is continuing to grow, louder and louder, more and more colorful, pushing humanity and you to the truth of your destiny and to an infinite awareness that tells the story of your unimaginable magnificence. You smile and it moves mountains. Those mountains change the landscape. That landscape repairs the vegetation, and that vegetation feeds the world, all from a smile. This is just one example of the power of the force that we, up until now, have unknowingly wielded. What we do and who we are is being brought into the light, and we will change the world. Hold on loosely, for the ride has just begun, and by holding on loosely, you are letting go and allowing yourself to be taken to the grandness of your eternal, infinite self. And we will marvel at what is looking back at us in the mirror and what is looking at us through the eyes of humanity. It is a marvel, and you are a marvel. I am perspective. Perspective is my name. A different viewpoint is my game. Everyone has me, and the me that they have is always correct in their own world. But I am so vast, so deep, and there have not been many in this physical dimension who have seen what I've seen and known what I've known. Even the writer of these words can only describe me from his perspective, but I can tell you that his words are true, and he will enhance the life of all who hear them. I am full of the wisdom that brings clarity and then freedom into your life. When you remove yourself from my microscopic view and fly to the view from the outer reaches of the universe, you receive my gift of peace. Harmony is there too, because from my view, from the outer reaches, you can see the full puzzle of this life and the beauty of how perfectly the game is being played out. I am perspective. In this physical reality where you experience the game through time and space, you have a very hard time stepping back into my view from the place that you really live. And the pain that you feel from your interactions with other humans in my close up view causes you great suffering. What I have noticed is that in that moment, your perspective, me, is so narrow that there's only enough space left for reaction and judgment. You completely lose sight of who you are, who the other person is, and the puzzle that is being completed through this interaction. Once again, you only need to fly back to your origin, and you will clearly see what I am seeing. Eternal magnificence, animating life. Once you are there, you will feel my great friend's compassion and empathy. And when you return to the physical, and this happens in the blink of an eye, you will have an infinite amount of space to hold every form of love that will be required for every one of your interactions. I am perspective. By leading you to the wide view, I also allow you to see yourself in the other so that you can know and, more importantly, live as though what is being done for the one who is causing you suffering has been done for you and is probably being done for you right now. That is the only gift of judgment and reaction, to make you see that you could be doing things that cause others to judge and react. As a matter of fact, you can be sure that we all do that. We are just not aware. And that also means we are not aware of the patience that is being poured out on our behalf as we sit and wonder what is taking other people so long to wake up. To be honest, without the full depth and knowledge of what I, perspective, see, which is that you are a divine being having a moment of difficulty in this human play, or having a problem with another divine being who is having a moment of difficulty, you should be very careful whenever you open your mouth to speak about anyone. It's funny when there's someone delivering wisdom to a group of people and each person's perspective is completely different. One person thinks that they are being talked about, and another person thinks it's perfect for one of the other people. Only the deliverer of the message knows for sure, and many times they are not fully aware of how deep their message has traveled. It is the greatest picture of how there are infinite perspectives, me's, in any given transmission, interaction, or moment. Let's throw out a guess and say maybe 7 billion different me's. And yours is always correct, but so are the other 6,999,999,999. So you're in good company, or at least a lot of company. Did I forget to mention that I have a pretty good sense of humor? The big problem is that we all think that our perspective, even though correct for us, should also be the same for those other 6.9 billion people. And when they don't see me, your perspective, the same, judgment is delivered with the force of a nuclear bomb, without the full awareness that their perspective is rooted in a life filled with experiences that are totally different from yours. This is why they cannot know and understand your perspective as well. Only those beings whose reality is based in the outer reaches can have my expanded perspective and deliver the wisdom that is needed in the places where the perspectives are limited, without judgment and with patience, knowing, empathy, love, and compassion. This message is being delivered to destroy humanity's judgment of another person's perspective and sovereignty without love. I, perspective, am the vehicle that allows them to see themselves and then open to a deeper, more expanded level of me. Many think that the war between nations is the biggest problem on your planet, but here lies the root of all the wars that have ever been waged. The war between two people is a war about me and the measurement, judgment, and reaction that follows. Millions of skirmishes and attacks towards one another every day because of the lack of my full perspective and the forgetting of who you are, and by inference, who everyone else is too. I deliver to you the peace that comes from my expanded view of all life and all its beauty. I was there with the Creator at the beginning, and I am there still. When you are finally able to truly see yourself in the other, you will join me in that place you call heaven, where your true nature, joy, and encouragement for all will come to the fore. I stand beside you, making available to you all that I am. And now you will smile the smile of an 8-year-old, that smile they have as they play their video games. And when they die in that game, they simply say, "Oh man." And then they push the reset button and they start again, and that smile returns, for they have forgotten that they have died. For they are once again in the outer reaches at the right hand of their creator while they are enjoying the experience of playing the game. So, whenever you are taken into that narrow view, that limited perspective, come and join me out there. I have made all my wisdom and knowing available to all. Take me into you, and you will surpass even what you know as freedom. Humility, honor, respect, and balance are the characteristics of the one who has me. I am beyond wisdom. I am beyond freedom. I am beyond patience. And I am beyond love. I am perspective. And now, with that same honor and respect, I help you remember through my words and my transmission that you already have a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. I am David.